6 more places to go winter birding around Portland, Maine. See, last year I did the top 6 places. You can read about that. In fact, you should probably start right there. But Portland has too many good places to ignore, so here's 6 more. Twolight State Park. This is a great place to come in winter. Dyer Point, which is in the first 6 places to go, is right down the road. This is an extension of it, but it's got a more southeast view into the ocean. Now, southeast, what does that mean? Well, it means in winter, if you're here in the morning and you're looking southeast, you're right into the sun. Any wind that is not directly from the north may hit this place kind of hard. So the waves could be pretty big, but it's still just an excellent place to come. So what's here? All of the ducks. Look for all 3 Scoter species, black, surf, and white-winged. Look for a ton of common eiders. In recent years, this has become just an excellent place to find harlequin ducks, and oh my God, there are a lot here today. Another nice flyby of Scoters. Loons, there are loons here somewhere. Common loon, even red-throated loon can be right off this point. There are more black guillemots as you go down east, but they can be here, and it's not a bad place to look for the other alcids. Common murre, thick-bill murre more likely in winter, razorbill, purple sandpipers. They're here, but it's a lot of rocks and they're going to be hard. Well, I didn't think I could promise it today, but northern gannet. Did I mention long-tailed ducks? So why is it called Twolight State Park? Well, there used to be a lighthouse here, but really it's named after twin lighthouses, which are just down the road at Dyer Point. One of those is now a private home, but the other is still operational. So Dyer Point is one of the top 6 places I would list for the Portland area, and it's on my previous video. So this entire section of coast is nothing but expensive houses. Why aren't there historically houses here? Because in World War II, this was a site of a 6-inch gun emplacement. It protected Portland Harbor. Wasn't a lot of threat of invasion, but the German U-boats caused some problems. That's it from Twolight State Park. Portland Headlight. The same thing that made this a good place for a lighthouse made it a good place for a fort. Fort Williams. It was active through World War I and World War II right at the beginning. And because it has the same good vantage point of the sea, they could help defend Portland Harbor. Black guillemots. Buffleheads, a little distant. Those purple sandpipers must love this rock because they were on it last time I was here too. Okay, here's what I don't like about birding this particular place. Fences keep you from getting to the good places. This whole park is fenced with a nice walking path along the edge, but you can't get past it or close. I mean, it makes sense. There are cliffs along here. People could fall off them. So it's all fenced off for everybody's safety, but gee. This lighthouse is one of the most iconic, famous landmarks in Maine. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow used to come here and write his poetry. Now let's see, where am I going to next? Bug Light. There's no other lighthouse like this in the world because this was modeled after the Greek Acropolis. Bug Light was built in 1875 to mark the way into the inner harbor. It's at the end of a breakwater that protected the harbor from storms. The reason birders come here is because the path walks along the entire rim of the park, and so you get a good view of the water in all directions. Eiders, loons, these long-tailed ducks, buffleheads, they all come in here. Oh, female surf scoter. Female red-breasted merganser. Now what's that all about? Come on, you two, you barely eat the same thing. You sure do get a big look at Portland Harbor from here. Right up there, Falmouth. Over there, Cousins Island, where an oil-fired power plant barely gets used anymore. And off here, behind the fortress, all the islands of Casco Bay. Burning downtown Portland is all about parking. Once you find a place to park, the rest is pretty easy. Along Commercial Street, along the waterfront in downtown Portland, there are a bunch of piers. This is Long Wharf right here. A lot of the tour boats go out of this particular pier. DeMillo's Restaurant, one of the most famous ones in Maine, is right around the corner right here. There are a lot of people here, and when there's a lot of people, there's a lot of gulls, because they like people food. We certainly have herring gull, blackback gull, and sometimes ring-billed gull. What we're looking for are more unusual gulls, like Iceland gulls. It's been years since I've eaten here, probably 20 years, but boy, these were good oysters. Just north of Long Wharf, Portland Pier. Custom House Wharf. Oh, this ought to be good. It may be Maine's biggest harbor, but it's also a typical harbor. You'll find common loons, common eiders, red-breasted mergansers, buffleheads, all right here. Another typical thing in Maine harbors, the ducks are so used to people that they'll just swim right by you. Most of the gulls are too big to worry about it, but the pigeons aren't. Peregrine falcons can be here year-round, and pigeon is their favorite food, so you'll often find the pigeons all gathered in a spot where they can see trouble coming, right on rooftops. Oh yeah, these owls work. Well, some of my advice may be questionable, but this portion, peer-reviewed. Back Cove. This makes the list because of all the diving ducks that come in here at high tide and the mud ducks at low tide. So either time is good. I prefer the high tide when the diving ducks are getting in close, like these buffleheads. Back Cove is big. Baxter Boulevard goes all the way around it. A lot of Portland goes all the way around it. Best spot is in the park right here behind Hannaford off Forest Avenue. Start here, start walking. Back Cove is kind of a funny place because it fills and empties with every tide. At high tide, it's deep enough for the diving ducks to come in here, so you will see common golden eyes. They're a little distant today. Buffleheads, common eiders come in here. Non-eiders, grebes will come in, horned, and even redneck grebe will come in. Back Cove is very popular with people. It's part of a big walk around the area, so you'll find joggers, mothers with baby strollers. And because of that, all the waterfowl and the gulls are just really used to people. So in they come and they just let you walk right by. Sometimes of the year, especially in fall, all that mud lures shorebirds in. And sometimes along the grasslands and along the edge, some of those Arctic birds are like grasslands. I won't lie to you, I'm here in early December. This could be frigid in January. Oh, for God's sakes, that's a Barrow's goldeneye. Mackworth Island State Park. The middle of the island is Governor Baxter's School for the Deaf. The state park is a path that walks all the way around the island. And from here, lots of views. At high tide, start on the causeway. The waterfowl can come in close. At low tide, it's just gulls in the mud. It's a popular walking path. Expect people. Views will often be distant through trees. Birds are closer at high tide. If it's icy, don't come here. What is he still doing here? An old pier in the southeast side of the island is a great place to scan. On a windy day, one side of the island is always in the lee, and waterfowl will often hug the shoreline here. How do you like your ducks, straight up or on the rocks? Mackworth Island, number 6 on the list. But wait a minute, if you hit the like button, you get a bonus. Or you get it whether you hit it or not. Come on. Kipisick Pond Park. This one's an oddball because every other place I'm going to show you is down by the water. But in winter, this can be an interesting place to come because there's so much fruit in some of these ornamental trees. Kipisick Pond Park can be hit or miss, mostly miss. But when the frugivores are in, Bohemian waxwings, pine grosbeaks, even robins in the middle of winter. In fact, it's so attractive that a European redwing came in here 2 years ago, and boy, did all of Maine turn out to see him. Kipisick Pond Park is a small pocket park right in the heart of the residential area of Portland. It's got a stream running through it. It's a popular place to walk dogs. You ever wonder if ducks do this just to entertain us? Some days here are really exciting. This wasn't one of them. And if you haven't birded the southern coast of Maine in winter, what are you waiting for?